In the xy plane, line L contains the point 0, 0, and the slope of line L is 1. So let's just visualize this a little bit. So that's the y-axis. That's our x-axis. Line L contains the point 0, 0, and has a slope of 1. So every time x increases by a certain amount, y is going to increase by the same amount. So it's a slope of 1. So it's going to look something like this. So that right over there is line L. And it might jump out at you what the equation of line L is. We have y is equal to the slope times x. The slope is 1. So it's going to be 1 times x, or just x, plus the y-intercept. What does y equal when x is equal to 0? When x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. So we could write plus 0 there, or we could just write this. The equation of this line is y equals x. Slope is 1. When x is 0, y is 0. Easy enough. Now, line M, let me do this in a new color. Line M contains the point 0, 10. So let's say that that's right over here. That's the point 0, 10 right over there. So along the y-axis, that would be at 10. And then along the x-axis, we're at 0. And line L is perpendicular to line M. So let me draw line M. It's going to be perpendicular to what we just drew. Perpendicular. So it's going to look something like this. This is going to be a right angle. They're perpendicular. And so let's see if we could come up with an equation for line M here. So its equation is going to be y is equal to its slope times x. What's its slope going to be? Well, the slope of a perpendicular line is the negative reciprocal of the slope of the line that is perpendicular to. So if this slope right over here is 1, the slope over here is going to be negative 1 over 1. Well, the reciprocal of 1, or 1 over 1, is just 1. So this is just going to be negative 1 times x, but we could just write that as negative x. And then when x is 0, y is 10. So its y-intercept is 10. So you can verify when x is 0, y is going to be 10 here. The slope here is negative 1, which is the negative reciprocal of positive 1. So now we could just figure out where they actually intersect. So we've already solved both of them in terms of y. So this is equal to y, and this needs to be equal to y, where they intersect. So let's set those two equaling each other. So x, at the point of intersection, x is going to be equal to negative x plus 10. Now to solve for x, you can add x to both sides, and you get 2x. Let me just do that a little bit more explicitly. So I'm just going to add x to both sides to get rid of that negative x. So we're going to be left with 2x is equal to 10. And now we can divide both sides by 2, and we get x is equal to 5. So this value right over here is equal to 5. But what's the y value going to be right over here? Because that's what they're asking us. What is the value of this y? Well, it's along the, we could pick either of these, but it's on the line y is equal to x. So if x is equal to 5, y would have to be equal to 5 as well. Or you could go into this one, negative 5 plus 10, well, that's 5 as well. That's why this point is on both lines. So the answer is 5.